All right, welcome in is Ricky's Mailbag. I want you to like and subscribe over here. Also, catch me, Silvana Kelleher, Bill Colarulo on Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. This is where, I take your questions and try to answer them to the best of my ability about the Phillies. I'm here with Dylan McKinnon. He's going to ask the questions. Dylan, let's go with number one.
Okay, first question is courtesy of John. Is this the best the Phillies have looked heading into the playoffs this
I will say this much: yes. I don't even think there's much of a other answer for this. I think when I look at the Phillies right now, I know Zach Wheeler went down, but Christopher Sanchez has stepped up this year. He would be an ace anywhere else. Zach Wheeler's not here. What'd he do? Stepped right into that spot. He's now the ace of the Phillies. Ranger Suarez. The one thing about Ranger that we've seen in years past is, number one, he's had these great starts and then it's been kind of a slide. And we've never seen him come out of that slide as well as he did this year. Missed some time at the beginning of the year. I believe he started the year with like one bad start and then 10 really, really quality starts. And then he got into that little lull where he was going up and down in July. He has righted the ship. He has made adjustments. That's a learning experience because for a pitcher, that's what you want. So that being said, when the Phillies made the trades for Duran and for Bader, I think that was really the biggest key that happened here. Because you could remember back before that trade, the one thing that was noticeable that there was confusion. There were problems in the outfield. You saw some problems kind of sneaking up in the bullpen. And now all of a sudden you've lengthened the bullpen with Duran being the closer, and you've solidified an outfield. And when you do that, it makes it easier on everybody. And I think the one thing that everybody has, and it's almost a peace of mind going into games, and I'm sure Rob Thomson feels the same way, that he could plug in Harrison Bader every single day in center field. And I think that just kind of levels everything off. And the third part of this whole situation is that what we've seen is that the lengthened lineup. We've seen days where 1, 2, 3 hasn't been going well, and then all of a sudden the bottom of the lineup picks them up. And I'll keep this in my mind all the time. When I look at a box score and you're kind of taking a deep breath and want to really see what and get into the game, if you see that the bottom of the order is doing some damage, the Phillies are usually winning those games because you want to turn over to the top of the lineup, get the bat back in. I know Turner's not here right now, but it would be Bader, Schwarber, and Harper. Those are the guys that you want up in big situations. Dylan.
Jane asked, Rob Thompson's going to be in the last year of his contract next year.
Yeah.
Do you think he's already done enough to secure an extension this offseason, regardless of what happens in the playoffs?
The only thing I think would be a problem is a first round exit. If they, again, win the East and then go in there and lose in the first round of the playoffs, which I don't think is even a possibility this year, I think that would be a bit of a problem. Other than that, Rob Thompson's done the job. I think the one thing that people have to understand is his main job is to keep everybody on the same page in that clubhouse. There are 26 guys in that clubhouse, plus coaches, plus 2,000 analytics people that you have to keep on the same page. And in my opinion, I think he's done that well. I think he keeps guys positive, which, you'll see players give up runs and they don't even think twice about it. Back when I played, you give up runs in the back of your mind, the first thing that's happened is I'm getting sent out. And it was so much pressure put on you. I think he takes a lot of pressure off the players and just lets them play their game. I think he's safe, with the exception of a first round ugly exit.
Okay, this question is from Dylan, not me, different
Uh-oh.
Dylan. It's a very specific question about a very specific situation that might come up in the playoffs, but say it's a close lead, the Phillies lead by 1 run. There's a lefty on the mound, Max Kepler started. Are you pinch hitting with Nick Castellanos, even though that will weaken your defense for the rest of the game?
What inning did he say?
It's like late in game.
Late in games?
Like, so let's say it's the 7th inning. You didn't give a specific game.
Seventh inning, which would leave the 8th and 9th inning for defense.
Yeah. It's like let's say it's a 1-run lead.
I don't think Casty's terrible at defense. I know a lot of people will say, well, yeah, he is. And I'll argue that in the sense that he gets to the balls he should get to. So, I mean, I guess number one, his jumps are good. That's what you start with. I would probably pinch hit in that situation, yes. I think the guys that you're not going to see pinch hit for are Marsh and Stott. I think the reason why I say that is if you watch the Dodgers series, the Dodgers used a bunch of lefties. You know what Rob Thompson did? He kept those guys in the game. He kept Stott in the game. He kept Marsh in the game. Why? Because he wants to get them used to seeing those guys. And that's got to tell you a story, doesn't it? It tells you why are these guys hitting all of a sudden against left-handed pitching late in the game? Because these are the same relievers that you're going to see in a playoff series if you're going up against the Dodgers. So I guess you could see where Rob Thompson's mindset is at. But as far as Kepler goes, no, I can't do it. I just can't. Especially if you need a hit, I think you have to go the other direction. I think Kepler has kind of come on well here lately, but I think, in my opinion, he's more apt to just do some damage against a right-handed pitcher rather than a left-handed pitcher. So I would probably give Castellanos a shot in that type of situation.
Okay, the next question is from Dan. What, if anything, is a thing that you think might hurt the Phillies in October?
Middle relief, I guess. So that would be if they get in trouble in early innings in a ball game, and their starters are struggling badly. Which usually, if that happens anyways, you're going to have some problems. I think lack of hitting against good starting pitching. You go back to that Dodgers series. In all intents and purposes, Sheehan is a starter. He pitched 5 2/3 in his game, 1 earned run. Okay, Shohei Ohtani goes out there, pitches 5 innings, gives up no hits and no runs. And then Blake Snell goes out there, throws 7 innings, 2 hits, and no runs. You see the pattern here? If they run into a team with hot starting pitching that has a bullpen, I think the Phillies could hit a brick wall. And I think that only team, well, there's 2 teams that could be like that, I think. I think the Dodgers bullpen sucks. I think they're terrible. But I think the Brewers could be pretty good in that type of situation. And this is going to come as a surprise. I think the Padres could be like that. They have a very good bullpen. If their starting pitchers could get them through 5 or 6 innings, that could be a tough series for the Phillies. But in all honesty, when I look at everybody in this playoffs, Phillies are the best team. That's it. Bottom line, they got the best pitching staff, and that includes the bullpen. I think they got the deepest lineup there is. So there you have it.
The next questions are kind of along those same lines. Phil asked, are you more concerned the Phillies couldn't hit the Dodgers starters or comforted that they did so much damage to the Dodgers bullpen?
I think it's a mix. Because obviously, like in that type of situation, are those relievers going to be that bad as time moves on? And is Dave Roberts going to be as dumb as he was in that series? Think about this for a second. Robelski's in the game for the Dodgers. Phillies were losing 4-0, I believe, at that time. He comes into the game, gives up hit after hit after hit after hit, and Dave Roberts is keeping him in there. That's your problem with the analytic view, because I believe Dave Roberts isn't doing that by eyesight. Because if you saw what I saw, that pitcher would have been out of there after 3 hitters. And I think Dave Roberts was just kind of testing the waters and see how this guy would do in a situation against the Phillies. Maybe they're doing grade points for the playoffs if they come up against the Phillies, and probably won't see that guy because that guy's a mess. And I just think it's a double-edged sword. It really is. I mean, you're not hitting early in the games. That means you're always kind of digging out. But it really depends on how your starting pitching is doing. And I'm talking your own starting pitching, because if they keep you in the game, I think the Phillies have that view that we have an opportunity to win. And, I mean, I'd love to see them score some runs early in the game because it takes pressure off your starting pitchers. But I think Luzardo, I think Ranger, and I think Sanchez will be up to the task. So there you have it. Ricky's Mailbag again this week. That's twice this week. Everybody got lucky out there. I want you to like and subscribe over here. I want you to catch myself, Bill Colarulo, Silvana Kelleher, and sometimes Andrew DeCecco on Unfiltered 2 to 6, Monday through Friday, 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia.
What's up, everybody? It's Bill Colarulo from Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel because we post a ton of content. It's not just what you hear on air. We're posting content all day long. We do some things before the show, after the show, even stuff during the show. So subscribe, like, do whatever you got to do. We got all this content coming to you every single day.